What's up, bro?
How they feel?
Yeah,
You don't think they run big?
I say they run a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it might just be because it's a 10. I think they're more like full size.
Yeah.
Damn, but you're gonna need that 12 then, right? No, wait. What size are even those?
13.
Nah, they usually good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can just try them on. I think it's good, though.
Yeah. Nah, them hoes fire.
Yeah, they're fire, though.
What's good, everybody? I hope y'all enjoyed that on-foot video of the KD4. That was actually a behind-the-scenes clip of me getting them in person in real life. So if you want to see more videos like that, please let me know down in the comments below. I actually ran into one of my reselling friends and we were talking about the sizing because there was like a little bit of speculation. So he was cool enough to try them on for me. And so we talked about the sizing, which I will let y'all know when we get into the unboxing. But if you guys want to see more videos like that, we'll also be going out in the public and asking people their opinions on the KD4s, just so you don't have my opinion and you can see how your opinion compares to the rest of the people in the world. So let me know down in the comments below if you're interested. And with that being said, we can get straight into the unboxing. Now, the KD4, I will be upfront with y'all, that was before my time. The first KD that I ever had was the KD5. That's like when I kind of started trying to start playing basketball for real. And then I got into like actual sneakers and reselling like maybe like a couple of years later. So I only learned about the hype. So I was never really around KD4s. I never really seen them. So this is actually my first time. And I was kind of disappointed with the box because I thought it was going to be like some type of like Galaxy theme. But I also kind of have to remember that this is Kevin Durant's first time retroing his shoes. So compared to Jordan, who's retroing this is probably like for example, the Breds, that's like the 4th or 5th time that they've been retroed, right? So obviously they can, like if they want in the later releases, they can do like these spin-offs. They can add certain details to the box and stuff like that. But, you know, back in 2012 when these originally came out, you know, it wasn't like people didn't really care. Reselling wasn't even a thing. So people didn't really care about the detailing of the box and stuff like that. They just wanted their shoes. So that's all we're going to get. We're just going to get a standard black box with the KD initials with the gold lettering. And then on the side, you're going to have his signature as well. And then other than that, that's it for the box. But, you know, at the end of the day, the shoe, it speaks for itself. So I really don't need another box. It was just me not knowing until now. So we have the KD4. The colorway is metallic silver / total orange. And it's a size 13. If y'all been keeping up with my other videos, man, y'all know I've been kind of like halfway striking out lately, having to get these smaller sizes. But we're back. I actually didn't get this for my plug because they were a little bit limited, which we're gonna talk about after the unboxing. So color code is FD2635-001, and I'm not gonna lie, man, they're sold out everywhere. These were extremely hard to get, and it was kind of a weird thing, but I kind of thought about it and I kind of realized why. So we'll talk about that as well. So getting to open the box right here. No special package, no special paper, anything like that. But here we go, man. The KD4 Galaxies. This is a lot of people's grails, and from seeing it, I can understand why the shoe is just really amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, this size 13 right here, I got 2 people hitting me up for it, but they got about 24 hours until I keep this bad boy for myself, man. It's crazy. The only reason I want to keep it because it's just so tough. It's just so tough, and I'm a sucker for the glow in the dark, man. But oh my god, I really do like the glow in the dark. But this is the same reason I sold all my Kobe's. I don't really hoop like that for real, so you know, it's also not 2012. So I'm saying dressing up in the KD4s with the polos and the khakis. You know what I mean? Unless we can go back to that style, man. But all jokes aside, man, this is the KD4 Galaxy, and obviously the first things that just pop out to me is the Galaxy midsole. That's very tough. Obviously, that's how it gets its name. And then also, you also have a different type of Galaxy on the inside, similar to like the Galaxy Foamposite. So again, I do like that. This is more of like the I guess just like the space, and then this is more like the Galaxy. Like when you see stuff in like movies, when you like go so far, then it's like all this like cool stuff out in the space that's not explored, stuff like that. So that's a pretty cool detail. Then we have like this orange orange and blue combo. It gives me a real good NASA vibe. So if that's like the goal that they're going for, I think they did a really good job. Especially, I think this is what kind of reminds me of the NASA, is this little patch right here. And as you can see, it says KD35, and it has like this Pegasus symbol. Now, I don't know exactly what the Pegasus symbol means. If you do, let me know down in the comments down below. But I'm just off a guess. Like I said, I wasn't around in 2012 for the KD. I wasn't in the sneakers like that, so I don't fully know. But I think it's just like I was saying before, like when you go in the Galaxy and stuff like that, it's just all these like unexplored stuff that we don't really know about. And you guys got to remember, this is 2012, so you know, not a lot of stuff was really discovered. Technology wasn't that advanced, so you know, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. So right here on the strap, we have the orange swoosh, comes all the way off, and we have it also adjustable right here. And then also on another detail of the strap, trying not to get the laces caught up, it says pull for lockdown, so that's also just a good touch, good detail. Just basically like insinuating that you're strapping in before you go take off in your spaceship, and you know what I'm saying, whatever the astronauts are leaving from. So I think that's pretty cool. Now the next big feature is obviously going to be this green sole right here. So yes, they do glow in the dark, and I actually have a video showing them glowing in the dark, so it's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I'm a sucker for the glow in the dark. I also think that's a really good touch. Everything just balances off of each other, and it's just a grail. It speaks for itself, man, and I'm so glad they retroed it. It's amazing, and I'm glad, because they're actually going further and further, and they're doing a good job. They're not making it like insanely hard to get. Obviously, you know, the Galaxies, they're gonna be like, it's one of people's grails. It's one of the best KD4s made in general. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it can compete with the Ump Pearl, but the Ump Pearl's in a lane of its own. But I think this is the best KD4. I think that's when people think KD4, I think they think of this one or the Nerf. So I think it's either between this or the Nerf for which one is the best KD4 of all time, man. And then the last detail is the KD. You got it embroidered all in gray on the back, and so that's really dope. I think he did his good job. Next, we're gonna take out the insoles, because there is a detail on it, which I kind of like thinks proves my little theory that I made earlier about this Pegasus. If I can take it out, man, they be tricky with these insoles, man. Here we go. So even that, you kind of got like a Neo's Galaxy, real colorful, and then again you can see that Pegasus, and that Pegasus looks like it's like jumping through the Galaxy. So I think that really is what that that Pegasus means. I think it's like just one of the things that we thought back in 2012 existed in space. Not really, but how they had it in the movies, man. So I think that's really dope. I think that's really cool. So yeah, this KD4, he did his job on this. Now, I do want to talk about how limited it was, and then the resale aspect of it. Now, originally, maybe like weeks before that they had came out, I didn't really see them being released anywhere, and I was like, I felt that kind of weird, because I'm like, KD, all of the KD3s that he retroed, they were a little bit harder to get, obviously, than the newer KDs. However, I kind of had a good like understanding of where they were going to be released at, and the store that I usually get them from early, they always had them. Now they had these as well, but they also said that it was only one size. They only had one size of each, so they only got one size run. It was only one of each, so it was very limited. And more than likely, if they were to even sell it to me, they were going to tax me. So I was like, I'll probably just pass on it. That's why I don't have them early. Now the resale on it was around maybe $350, maybe like the week before and everything like that. Now again, there was no places where they were really being released at other than sneakers that we knew of, and then there was like DTLR online only, and I think Hibbett online only. So there was no really in stores until maybe a couple of days, and then they put them on the Foot Locker reservation, the FLX apps. So when I looked at the apps, there was no stores available. And usually when there's no stores available in my area, because I feel like I have a couple of stores that are really high volume that get a lot of shoes, so it's kind of rare unless it's like maybe like Off-White, Travis, something like that that I can understand. Yeah, there was none, bro. It took me so long to get that insole back in there, but it took me there wasn't any stores on mine, and so I usually, when that happens, I usually put like the Chicago zip code, which shows the Chicago flagship, which gets literally everything. And well, it didn't show up, right? So I thought originally that it was gonna be a all-star exclusive type shoe, and that it was only gonna be released in Indiana. Well, they tricked me, because I was actually about to drive down to Houston to go to PJ Tucker's store, the Better Generation, because they were having a contest, basically a free throw shooting contest. And if you won X amount of free throws, or if you're the top scoring in the free throw in your size, that you would win the shoe. And I honestly thought that that was my only way of getting these, and that's how I was like, wow, are they really making like this shoe that limited? Because like it was like a grail to mini, and I was like, that's actually crazy. But they end up putting some stores in my area at the last minute on there, and I was able to win 5 pairs on the Foot Locker app. Now, granted, I do think that I won a lot, because I feel like a lot of people didn't know about it, because when it originally came up, a lot of other people also said that there was no stores in their area. So I think they just messed up on that end. But it's kind of hard to gauge when you're literally the only store across everywhere that's really getting them in person, in store, you know what I mean? So that was very interesting. Now, Resale, like maybe a week or two before, the 13 was like at $350 consistently, right? Then I checked maybe a day or two before the actual release, and then it drops down to 200. And I saw another high level reseller. He was selling his pairs like full size one for 200. And he made a good point, because somebody under the comment was like, dang, is there a lot out there? Why are you charging that low? He was like, no, by no means that there's a lot out here. However, this is a new generation, and they don't really understand the meaning of this shoe. And so not a lot of people are hip to it. And that actually made a lot of sense, because for this shoe, I feel like it's a very nostalgic shoe. And a lot of people that reverse them back to an era where like stuff was good. This was a very good quality basketball shoe. However, at the end of the day, it's a basketball shoe. So the same way how Jordan, you know, some of his shoes give off that nostalgic vibes. For example, probably the Concords, you know, those are very iconic. However, Jordan transitioned his shoes from basketball shoes to actual lifestyle shoes. So that's why you see more people wearing Jordans for fashion or just everyday wear instead of actually hooping in them. But for the KD4s, we're not about to go wear these with our polos and khakis, unless y'all want to bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really rocking the KD4s with the polos and the khakis no more, man. We're past that. We're in 2024, man. We're wearing Timbs with baggy jeans, man. So it's crazy. It's different times. So that's why I thought like, yo, like, man, maybe people aren't really rocking with this, even though I thought it was just like, oh no, like, we need them regardless. And it was also a lot of people, when this came out, a lot of us were kids. So now all the adult, like, this is one of the shoes where you wanted so bad as a kid, but like you couldn't get it. Your mama said no, this and that. But now we're all adults at this time, and we can buy it on our own. So I also thought that was going to play a huge factor. And I think people kind of underestimated it, because on the day of the release, when it went from 200, it skyrocketed all the way to above 260. So I thought that was really good. I think 260 to 300 is a fair price, a deserving price for this type of shoe. Honestly, I think it will go up over time. Again, this is the first time that it's been retroed since 2012. However, I don't really see it exceeding 350. Like at the end of the day, like I said, it's a basketball shoe. No one's really wearing this casual. People are busy with work. People don't, so they're not having time to go hoop casually, recreational. And a lot of people don't have extra money just to be spending on a basketball shoe that they don't have plans to wear, because you can't really wear it outside of a basketball court. So I think that's the only like con with this shoe, that it really just has no like applicable, you know what I'm saying, for fashion. So you can't just like put on a fit with this, even though, you know, you could really try. But again, for the most average person, you're not going to be trying to wear this for casual. It's just hoop wise. But at the end of the day, I still like it. I think it's a phenomenal shoe. I think they do a really good job. I think KD is real simple with his stuff. Obviously, this is his first time retroing, like I said before. So it's really just literally just putting out the same shoe from before, probably just upping the technology and just making it, like I'm saying, so just to fit with this modern day. But he's not changing anything about it. There's no extra details that wasn't in it in the one before in 2012. So I think it's nothing too much to really talk past that, because it's the same as 2012, and since I wasn't able to experience in 2012, this is my experience in 2024, and I love it already. So with that being said, that's it for the video, man. Let me know what y'all think about the KD4 Galaxies. Is this a top KD4? What y'all think the price is going to be afterwards, and let me know if you were able to cop, man. I do be wanting to like try and help you guys cop as much for retail as possible, but if not, you can always check out my IG where I do be selling these. So that is it for the video, man. Like I said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.